Welcome to the Weeb Lounge. This is our review of Bikini Berserker Musashi for Fate Grand Order. Now, Musashi is one of our favorite characters, especially Saber version. So when she came out during the summer event, we had to get a few copies of her. Let's hit the skills. First, a skill, pretty simple. A single attack, evasion, and crit damage up for up to 50%. Only lasts a turn though. So plan accordingly, especially if you combine it with the next skill and arts cards. This skill, this is her clutch skill. Double hits on arts cards. Kind of like the Saber version, only it's only arts. And it generates up to 50% NP rate up for this skill in combination with that. But it does reduce the damage by 50%. And then increases it. There's a little give and take with the damage thing. So overall, you'll do more damage. But the key to this skill is using it for arts generation, because she can generate 100% of her NP in those just 2 arts cards that she has. Even combined with her NP itself, lead right to another Noble Phantasm in the next turn. You'll see. Her third skill is basically a wall of text. It's a 3-turn ignore invincibility. Attack up for 3 turns, up to 30%. Guts 1 time, last 3 turns. Defense down on your enemies for 3 turns, up to 30%. And a 5,000 hit point demerit. So she'll lose 5k, but she won't go below a hit point, so she can't kill herself with it. Now her Noble Phantasm, standard AoE, has a crit chance down to 30%, and the overcharge is dumb. Yeah. The overcharge has a chance to seal the Noble Phantasm of a Saber class servant. You'll find yourself not ever really needing that at all, but Musashi, Berserker, Bikini, video.
Okay, so this one's Musashi Berserker, and I didn't want to do like an ABQ type arts generation thing here. I wanted to do something that showcased her middle skill, where it doubles the attacks that she does with her arts cards, increases her Noble Phantasm generation rate, and a little bit extra damage on those arts cards too. Actually, the middle skill reduces the damage a bit, but then increases it for the double. It helps her NP generation. I'll show you how. Oh, I almost messed it up. You gotta cast that first. There we go. Right now she's 105. Now her arts is gonna be like a double arts, basically. Yeah, that took her straight to 200%. That's 95, and that's the most that we could have got out of that. So just 2 arts cards with that middle skill, 95%. Chances are it was more than that, but we're capped. One thing that I've noticed we've been able to do is her Noble Phantasm is an arts card. If she happens to have her 2 arts cards in the lineup, along with her Noble Phantasm, she can do her Noble Phantasm and then have those 2 arts cards in the chain, follow it up, and get her Noble Phantasm to use again right at the next turn. Played properly, she can deal out the hurt on a continuous basis. Let's see your Noble Phantasm, though. We'll leave it at that. Typical AoE. Ours is NP2. Noble Phantasm has 2 versions. When you saw her face coming at you, that one she was mad, and there's another one where she's kind of not. But as you saw, the damage was okay. It doesn't really stand out all that much, but the reason her damage is a little less on par with other Berserker AoE type ability classes is that she can generate her arts really fast and get it off again. So in classes that are able to get their Noble Phantasm off quickly, you'll kind of notice the pattern where the damage doesn't quite do as much as your average tune.
So her Noble Phantasm, it's a little lower than average, I guess you could say, but considering how fast she can generate her NP given the right circumstances, pop it, pop it, pop it, it kind of makes up for that. Her skills overall, definitely useful. The one with the demerit, you know, even though she a Berserker, you need to protect them. Having a 5k hit point demerit, that's pretty bad, but I think the overall does make up for it. It makes up for it. She's in a bikini too. That makes up for it. That makes up for it. So, it's a summertime event character. Likely coming up in a rerun soon. Is it one that you should be saving your quartz for? No. No, you don't have to. You should, but you don't have to. I mean, it's Musashi, but yeah, there's a lot of classes that can do AoE type damage. She's pretty good, but like Arjuna Berserker would definitely be a better one to go for. He is like king of the Berserkers right now, it seems. And you know, she's useful. She can hold her own Noble Phantasms like mad if they work out right, but overall, there's just other classes that aren't as situational, have better overcharge gauges for their Noble Phantasm, and generally just hit just a little bit better than that. So overall, I'm going to have to say she can take a pass. But if it's a summer banner and there's anything else that you want to get along with her, it doesn't hurt to have a few copies of her. And I say a few because the Noble Phantasm damage, like I said, is low. Ours is NP2. NP2 to 3 is usually the sweet spot. NP1 we did notice was kind of meh. So I guess that is what it is. And with that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Streaming over on twitch.tv/the Weeb Lounge. Recently, we've been doing a little bit of the Valentine's Day 2020 grind, and we're probably going to be doing some more. Hopefully, we'll see you there, and we'll see you in the next video, too.